What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Vechain and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and it really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. And make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We're nearly at 10k subscribers, so please tap that sub button now. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So it looks as though with most cryptocurrencies and Vechain included, we have actually come down into this area here, basically below 6.5 cents or so for Vechain. Where essentially we've come and retapped to that buy zone that we saw on the first major collapse that we had about a month ago. I think this has been coming for some time, to be honest. Ever since we started rolling over here, we probably were going to backtest these areas, which is something that we have been mentioning in the past week or so, that a backtest of this sort of zone here would be likely. But it does look as though we could be forming somewhat of a double bottom. Obviously, Bitcoin broke down to around 28.5k today in the past few days. Probably it was around yesterday in the day, I believe. And as a result, obviously, all the altcoins got absolutely smashed down as well. Obviously, when Bitcoin loses 5%, altcoins lose 10%, etc., etc. You know the deal. So essentially what's happening is Vechain is basically following what Bitcoin's doing. And from what we saw from Bitcoin, it actually bounced all the way from 28.5k all the way to 34 right now. And it seems to be holding steady at that kind of support. So we could be seeing the potential spring for the wick-off distribution, which is something that people have been talking about a lot as well. But as for Vechain, currently trading back up at around 8 cents, which is a very nice bounce from around the almost 5.5 cent level that we saw here. Let's just take a look at how much of a gain this is. Basically made about a 33% gain in the space of 1 day. So obviously a massive gain, very nice to see. It does look as though we're getting a very nice bounce here. Obviously, as we can see with most cryptos in the past few days, they've been horribly oversold. You can see just how crazily oversold Vechain is currently here. Taking a look at the chart here on the hourly, you can see that we've been very oversold, and every time that we've been oversold, we have a decent bounce. And that was no exception this time. Obviously, last time that we came down to these levels and we were that oversold, we obviously got this bounce here, which was absolutely massive to the upside. Why is my brush tool playing up today? It's always playing up my brush. As you can see, we got this huge bounce to the upside, and then we got oversold into these levels again, got this next bounce. So obviously, we're feeling optimistic here that since we've tapped into this zone again and we are oversold, very oversold in a similar way, we could be looking at hopefully coming back up to this 10 to 11 cent range fairly soon. But obviously Vechain's just going to do what Bitcoin's doing, and right now Bitcoin looks as though it is just chilling at 34k, trying to decide what to do. Although it has had some very promising price action, essentially in the past few hours or so, it has just been continuing to basically dig itself out of the hole. Everyone thought that it would just come up and then fall back down again into the high 20s, low 30s area, but we're currently at around 34k. Things looking good, and obviously Vechain's being heavily led by Bitcoin right now, so whatever Bitcoin does, Vechain's going to do. But on this hourly time frame, it does look as though we are forming, like with most cryptos that we've looked at today, this inverse head and shoulders here. We're currently bouncing in and around the shoulder region, probably back testing it as support here. But it does look as though things are looking quite good for continuation. We're also pretty close to flipping bullish on our EMAs here for the first time basically in about a week. So it'd be very nice to see that happen, obviously. Very good. That'd be very good to see. We do think this inverse head and shoulders is probably going to play out because it does look as though Bitcoin's looking quite bullish in the past few days. So if we break this neckline, we would be anticipating that we're essentially going to come up probably to around these levels here, around 9 or 10 cents, which would obviously be a very nice full reversal, basically back up to get back above these previous support levels that we have just been breaking down through for a long time. So if we just take a look at the 4-hour chart here, we can get an idea of what's going on a bit more. It does look as though we are respecting this blue macro trend line as well, which is interesting to see. We've been basically wicking back up above this blue macro trend line that we've been in. So clearly, we're still looking quite bullish in our opinion for Vechain. As you can see, there was a massive amount of volume here. Basically, every time that we come down below this 6 cent line, probably into this 5 to 6 cent range, and maybe up to this 7 cent range as well, as you can see. huge amounts of buying volume, which is obviously bullish. That means that there's quite a strong support floor of support at around 6 to 7 cents here. We have said this for multiple cryptos that have been coming down. They've been back testing these areas again, but there's a large amount of buying volume in these areas. So clearly people are feeling bullish on Vechain and really think this is a good entry point. So things looking pretty good in our opinion. We haven't flipped bullish again yet on our EMAs here. We're still stuck under the 20 on the 4-hour chart. If we just take a look at the daily chart here, we can basically see that we have perfectly back tested this area here, wicked back up into a nice area here, anywhere below the 7 cent level. Looks like a pretty nice support. Still holding this blue macro trend line as well, but obviously we're still flipped bullish ever since we had the big collapse on the 19th of May. We have been stuck under on the 4-hour chart here, stuck under our EMAs. We did come up and retest the 50 here, but we got rejected. And then since then we've been stuck under the 20 until it basically forced us to retest these lows. But I do think, and I do strongly believe, that we're going to get a decent bounce from here. It looks as though Bitcoin may be, basically the bears are being way too greedy with Bitcoin recently, and it is starting to have a nice little rip to the upside. Basically, a lot of bears have been liquidated in the past few days, and if Bitcoin can keep heading up, maybe back into the high 30,000s again, maybe 36, 37, 38k in the next few days, probably going to see a nice bounce for Vechain. And as we said, probably back to around this 10 cent level where we'll be retesting these, not only this 20 EMA, which is probably going to do something like this, but also these previous levels of support. So take a look at the weekly. The weekly is obviously the best indication to tell whether you're in a bull or a bear market. This is a pretty good historical indicator of what's going on. And as you can see, we are still holding the 50 EMA. If we started to roll over, come below the 50 with price action, and then start testing it as resistance and not breaking it, then we would be concerned. But obviously we broke down below our 20 EMA here twice. But we are still holding the 50 EMA, and we do think that this is a very good sign of basically continuation in the bull run. As long as we hold this 50 EMA on the weekly time frame, we do think things are going to be golden. And as you can see, we are still holding it nicely. Every time we've come down below the 50 EMA, we've wicked back up very nicely. So it's pretty clear there's a lot of buying demand for Vechain in these levels. So nothing here to suggest that we're in a bear market in our opinion. Just take a look at the 5-minute chart. We can get an idea of what's happened in the past few days. But as you can see, pretty clear what's been going on. We've basically just been inverse head and shoulders from what we can tell here. And in our opinion, it does seem likely we're going to see a very nice little pump soon for Vechain in the short term. So as we said, in the long term, we're very confident that Vechain is going to do very well. It's got massive fundamentals, obviously. And recently it's been super oversold. Like basically very oversold. Probably the most oversold that we've been basically since, let's take a look at this actually. On the 4-hour chart here, the last time we were this oversold was essentially in September when we had this big correction here. I bet if we look at the daily chart, the last time we were this oversold was in the March crash. So pretty confident that that's the case. Okay, there was a little crash here as well, that September one, but basically the last time we were this oversold, we were at ridiculously low prices. So we are expecting the bounce very soon. We do think long-term Vechain is going to do very well. So that's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with Pure VPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.